Check, check.
Here we go. It's gonna have to do. Alright, waiting for the clutch light. That's out. We're gonna warm up to 70, 75.
You can take the cyclic down to you if you want.
Wait for the engine gauges to go on the green.
So what are we going to do in the meantime?
Get our ATIS.
You remember the frequency?
Notice to Airman. Obstruction tower 583 feet, MSL 3.7 miles west-northwest, light path service. Construction in progress on the west side of the terminal ramp. All departures except close traffic contact clearance delivery on 121.85. Advise on this contact you have ATIS information, Foxtrot.
Alright, we have Foxtrot.
Long Island Tower information, Foxtrot 1556 Zulu, wind 210 at 11, visibility 10. Sky conditions ceiling 10,000.
Winds are 11 knots. That's a beautiful day.
1,000 overcast. Temperature 122.8. Altimeter 29er 8. Visual approaching use landing and departing runway 24. Notice it.
So they're using 24, and we have Foxtrot. So what do you know what we're going to tell the tower?
Departure frequency 118.
Tower 85, helicopter 8536 Yankee with Foxtrot, looking for clearance.
Roger 5, and we're heading at or below 2000. Squawk 1.
So first we're going to call Long Island clearance. So Long Island clearance, helicopter 8536 Yankee. Helicopter 36 Yankee, this is Long Island clearance. And then you tell them what you want. 36 Yankee at A&P, which is where we're at. We're at A&P. 36 Yankee A&P with Foxtrot. We'd like a departure to, and let's go, we'd like a departure to the southeast. All right, we're gonna go that way today. Departure to the southeast, at or below 1400.
Okay, so you start out with clearance, helicopter 8536, clearance to say it again one more time.
Long Island clearance, helicopter 8536 Yankee. All right, and then they call you back, 36 Yankee, this is clearance, and what do you want?
8536 Yankee at AMP. Looking for a departure southwest at or below 1400.
So today we'll do southeast out of 1400, and you also mentioned that you have information Foxtrot.
I'm gonna screw it up.
No problem. It's a good review. I'll do it this time. All right. Long Island clearance, helicopter 8536 Yankee.
Helicopter 8536 Yankee, Long Island clearance.
36 Yankee at A&P with Foxtrot. We'd like a departure to the southeast at or below 1400.
Helicopter 8536 Yankee on departure, fly sign heading, maintain at or below 1,400 till advised. Departure frequency will be with tower 19.3, squawk 4360.
4360 on departure, at or below 1400, and assigned heading 36 Yankee.
36 Yankee, read back correct. Ground for taxi, have a good day.
Ground for taxi, 36 Yankee, good day. Alright, so he gave me a squawk, he just wanted me to say assigned heading at or below 1400. Alright, he gave me a squawk, I read that back, and he said ground for taxi. So we're going to call ground, then they're going to tell us to switch over to the tower. Good, warmed up to into the green. What do we do next?
We're gonna do the mag drop.
Let's check the magnetos.
They look good.
Let's check the carb full up. Watch the needle rise, looking good, all right.
All right, now we're gonna do the needle split.
Go ahead.
What
Yeah, and this helicopter will roll on just a little bit, just to get a little high, and then we'll roll it off, just like that. We see the needles are splitting, and on the left, the engine needle is idling. So that's good to go. Back up to 75.
All right, check the doors.
Okay, we're in Alpha model. It's about 10 degrees outside.
608 Alpha Mike.
23 and a half.
Runway 24 intersection.
That sounds good.
Runway 15 right.
The governor is still off.
Whiskey 15
I'll turn it on.
608.
Governor's on.
Before the governor, the checklist says check the, remove the friction.
It does. So wait, the governor's off now. All right, friction. Coming off. All right, frictions are off.
Okay, governor back on. And go ahead and roll on the throttle. Nice and easy. At 80%, it's going to take over. So it's going to go to the top of the green. Good. Lights are out, gauges are green, fuel's good. Clutch light didn't even come on. So we'll roll off the throttle down to about 97, just below the green. Keep going. And just raise the collective a little bit. Good. And we'll get it back up. Good. Look around. Nobody's walking around the helicopter. That's good. Follow me on the controls. Or better yet, I'll follow you. So we're looking outside, we're slowly raising power. And as we slowly raise power, we're going to start putting in some left pedal. And we're just going to feel where the helicopter wants to go. Right now it feels like it wants to go a little to the right. And maybe the nose kind of twisting a little to the right. So I'm going to give it a little bit more left pedal. And now it feels like it wants to go forward, so I'll pull back. There we go. Alright, so remember, it's a dog on a leash, so pull back a little bit, slow it down. There we go. Dance on the pedals, keep our nose right on the yellow line. Pull back a little bit, it wants to jump forward on us. There you go. Much better. Long Island ground, helicopter 8536 Yankee at AMP for Whiskey Pad.
I got 36 Yankee, set the Whiskey Pad when you're ready, tower 19, correct?
36 Yankee, roger. Just keep a nice smooth taxi down the yellow line, turn left to the Whiskey Pad. Looking right, looking left, just because they cleared us doesn't mean we're good to go. I want to make sure there's no traffic coming down the Whiskey Pad. The Whiskey taxiway for that matter. Good, a little smoother on the cyclic. No need to do like abrupt maneuvers and then move it back. Just smaller maneuvers forward. It'll respond. Good, slow left pedal turn back into the wind. Alright, and if you want to tell the tower, you're going to say, Long Island Tower, helicopter 36 Yankee on the Whiskey Pad, ready for departure.
Long Island Tower, helicopter 8536 Yankee on the Whiskey Pad, ready for departure.
Helicopter 8536 Yankee, Long Island Tower, Whiskey Pad, clear for takeoff. Cross runway 24 and proceed on course southeastbound. What's your heading going to be?
36 Yankee will proceed on course, southeast, heading will be 150. So he cleared us to cross the runway, so we're just going to do a normal takeoff. Good, we got our speed, start our climb. Good on takeoff, lights are out, gauges are green.
Fox midfield downwind, runway.
Gauges are green, fuel's good, carb heat looks good. Keep climbing into the wind, so slow it down a little bit, get a little better climb rate.
243 Sierra, number 2 following Cessna on the right.
I'll remove the trim.
24 clear to land.
Good.
243, yeah.
Let's go ahead and turn. Okay, don't slow it down too much. Keep your airspeed going. We're at a good altitude here.
Helicopter 36 Yankee, radar contact, stay altitude.
36 Yankee, 500 feet. All right. You see that water tower right there?
The red and white one?
Roger that. Go ahead, fly straight to that. Keep this airspeed, 65, 70 knots, and let's climb up to 1,000 feet.
36 Yankee, traffic 12 o'clock, 4 miles, indicate 600 feet, unverified, type unknown.
36 Yankee, looking for the traffic.
You're about 1 o'clock right now. Might be inbound to Bayport. Bayport is active.
36 Yankee, roger. We will divert to the east.
I see one above us. I think that's what he's talking about, though.
Foxtrot, holding short of runway 24, ready for takeoff.
No, there's another little airport here called the Bayport Aerodrome.
Foxtrot, roger, hold short.
Hold short.
Let's keep climbing to 1,000. We'll have a better view of it. That little strip there is the Bayport Aerodrome. Whoever it is probably like is right on final. Can't see him though. All right.
Helicopter 36 Yankee, traffic is eastbound.
Okay, 36 Yankee is still looking for the traffic.
I see him. I see him. See him right above the coast over there?
Foxtrot, turn right, Bravo. Are you going to go back again?
Is that a boat in the water?
Bravo, land.
I am not sure, but I see that. I see what you're pointing at.
Now he's over command. I think that's it.
Bravo 2 and onto runway 3 left.
I saw what you were looking at. Okay, we'll keep going out of their way here.
Just about at our 6 o'clock.
That's a 902 Hotel Foxtrot, runway 24, intersection departure clear for takeoff.
Good job on the straight and level. I'm liking this consistency. Now, let's shoot a little more southeast, like back towards sunrise. And what I want you to do, keep it at 1,000 feet. Slow us down to 60 knots. Lead with the collective, so don't slow down just yet. Lead with the collective.
Just a moment.
Don't forget your pedal. Good. Alright, so we lower the collective a good amount, but we started to descend, so we lost 100 feet. So what I mean by lead with the collective is lower it and then start to slow down so you don't climb. Good. Let's get it back up to 60. We'll try that again.
Ready?
Yeah, if you want, speed it up to 70 knots. Back up to 1,000 feet.
608 Alpha Mike, runway 24, intersection departure clear for takeoff, make right traffic. Clear takeoff, right traffic, clear enough Mike.
Looking solid. Okay, nice and slow. Let's lead with the collective. A little bit of right pedal and start to slow it down. You don't need to lower the collective anymore. There you go. Start to slow it down.
36 Yankee radar service terminates, squawk VFR for change approved.
Frequency change approved. Squawk into VFR 36 Yankee. That's all right though. You led with the collective. Good. And now if we want to speed it back up to 70, we're descending. So get that power back in. Let's get the power in first. And slowly get our airspeed.
9-3 Hotel Foxtrot. You'll be following Alaris in the upwind. You'll be making right traffic also. Runway 24 intersection departure, cleared for takeoff.
So the idea is, if you just keep your airspeed and you lower the collective a lot, you're just going to start descending very quickly. But if you lower the collective and slow down, you can find that groove to just keep yourself on the same straight and level path. So let's do it together. We're at 900 feet. We can just start to slow it down. We're leading with the collective. If the helicopter starts to sink, then I'll just slow it down a little more aggressively, right?
Oh, so it's that much? Like that much?
Yeah, it just depends how much you lower the collective and how much you want to slow down. Good.
Take controls for a second.
26.
I have controls.
Long Island Tower. Continue inbound for runway 24. I'll have sequence for you shortly.
Roger, inbound for 2.
All right, so we can hold it into a hover, right? Good. We're downwind, so let's let it settle with power a little bit. So dance on those pedals, keep that heading, because this is one of the times that you get loss of tail rotor effectiveness. Good. It's starting to settle. You feel that vibration. So how do we get out of it? Let the nose.
Lower collective, go forward.
Right. Good job. Let the nose down a little bit. Lower collective. And as you lower collective, you want to put a little bit of right pedal. Good. Bring your power back in, and get your airspeed back. Good. Let's climb back up to 1,000.
Fire 608 Alpha Mike. Runway 24 cleared touch and go number 2 following Cessna 1 mile final.
Number 2, look for traffic. Fire 608 Alpha Mike.
Yeah, something. I don't know what it is. Down there, that's Brookhaven Airport. Let's go this way towards the shore a little bit. Let's bring it up to 1,500. Alright, so what I want to talk about here in the auto rotations, so it's not too overwhelming. Basically what we're doing is we're putting the engine at idle. How do we put the engine at idle? We roll off the throttle. Well, it's a bad idea to roll off the throttle with the collective pulled because the blades will decay very quickly. So what we do, to simulate, to practice an auto rotation, we lower collective all the way down and then roll off the throttle. Alright? As you lower collective all the way down, what do you think we're going to need to do with our pedal?
Right pedal.
Downwind runway 2.
Right, full right pedal. Now, if the helicopter's flying 65, 70 knots, you can imagine the blades are in like an angle of attack like this, where the wind flow is coming above them and we're making our lift and leaving it behind us. Well, when we start to descend, we want to change that airflow as quickly as possible to below it to increase the angle of attack and keep the blade spinning. So we're going to lower collective, right pedal, aft cyclic. All right. Now the attitude for 65 knots is the same in an auto rotation as it is in straight and level flight. So your sight picture is going to be the same. So what I do, or what I like to teach, collective down, right pedal, aft cyclic. As soon as you do that, you raise a little collective and put the cyclic right back where it was to maintain your airspeed. Now the reason we raise collective is because the RPMs on the helicopter are going to want to shoot up. So raising a little bit of collective will catch that RPM. And we're going to get a lot of low rotor RPM horn when it's not in the green here with the collective pulled, so that's totally normal. Alright, so let's turn to the right over here, to the left, sorry, and we'll set up just for this kind of marshy area. And we're not going to go down to the ground, we're going to level off, a couple hundred feet above the ground.
With you for 380.
380, mirroring this frequency, taxis via Alpha.
Alpha endpoint, thanks.
Keep going.
You can start to turn us back into the wind. Wind was 210. Let's get our airspeed up to 65 on this turn, so we'll be ready for it. All right, we'll do the first one together.
Traffic ahead is a touch and go. There's traffic behind you about 1.5 miles.
Roger, 930.
All right. Okay, so we're looking outside. Just follow me on the controls here. Be loose on them. And let me... Okay, we gotta assume we're gonna go for a landing as well. Good, we have our airspeed. Let's turn a little bit towards into the wind. There we go. All right, we're a little bit fast and we're descending, so let's fix that. We don't want to enter an auto descending too quickly. And assuming we're flying straight and level and we're just cruising around, we'll enter an auto in 3, lower collective, right pedal, aft cyclic. 3, 2, 1. Okay, aft cyclic, and we start to raise the collective, and that will keep the RPMs. Now, pay attention here. The engine's idling 80%, and the RPMs are in the green. We're descending about, 1,500 feet per minute. Now, if you look at the RPMs, look at my speed, 70 knots. If I slow down, RPMs are going to want to come up. So I got to raise collective to manage that. If I speed up, okay. Getting too close to the ground here. Basically what I was trying to show you, if I speed up, our RPMs will start to go down. And the way to fix that is to lower the collective or to pull some aft cyclic. Let's get some altitude here while we're in the wind. How'd you feel on that one, okay?
Yeah, okay.
Right runway 33.
Any questions about what I did? Lower collective, right pedal, aft cyclic?
So where do you want to keep the RPMs in auto rotation?
In the green.
You want to keep, okay. The rotor wants to stay in the green.
Yeah, if the rotors go too low, below 80% actually, we can't recover from that. We'll fall out of the sky. Rotors go too high, it needs to be inspected, but we'll still be alive. Okay, so you want to try to keep it in the green as best as possible. The best way to do that is what we call set it and forget it. Also, what I like to say, lock it in. Lock in your airspeed, lock in your collective, and then, just make small adjustments. So if the RPMs start coming up a little bit too high, just push the nose forward, gain 1 or 2 knots, and then they'll come back down. If the RPMs go a little too low, lose a couple knots.
So if the RPMs go too low, you want to pull back on the cycle.
Right. Let's do a left turn here. We'll keep on climbing.
Confirm, make short approach.
Roger.
26 Sierra, you're going to be number 2 following Alaris. Just to be the numbers of runway 24, he's making a short approach.
All right, we're looking for that traffic, 26 Sierra.
Skylane 669er, turn left.
Let's go this way a little bit.
To the ramp.
Roger, Alpha 1, stay with you, 2 minute wind, thank you.
So if we lower collective all the way down and just leave it down there, RPMs are going to come up and we're not going to be able, we can't put enough forward cyclic to control it. Also, the speed for an auto all the way down should be around 60. Now there's 3 types of energies here. You have 2 potential energies and 1 kinetic energy. Your kinetic energy is your rotor system. It's your primary, number 1 most important type of energy here. Your other 2 potential energies are your airspeed and your altitude. You can get RPMs with altitude, you can get RPMs with airspeed, but you'll never get airspeed or RPM or altitude with RPMs, all right? So basically, the whole way down on the auto, you're losing altitude, but you're maintaining airspeed and RPMs. When you flare at the bottom of an auto rotation, just like a gentleman on a parachute, you lose all your speed, but you're no longer descending. And now you're hanging in the air with 100% rotors, but no airspeed and no altitude. You just have like 10 feet or something to drop. So that's where you use your rotor RPM, let the helicopter settle, and you raise collective in a real life situation. What we do is we recover in a hover. So we get the RPMs and we get the engine and the rotor back together at the flare, and we do our flare and level off and finish in a hover. Good, let's turn around here, back into the wind. We always want to practice them into the wind. Just in case we actually did have an engine failure, we'd be ready for it. Good, we'll face straight this way. All right, slow it down to about 65 knots here. Good, that's it. There you go. Because if you wait till it gets to 65, you're going to pass it.
Should have stopped about 70.
All right. Good, we're looking outside. Look at your sight picture. This is going to be our sight picture the whole way down. Here's 60 knots. We're going to do collective down, right pedal, aft cyclic, car beats on, trim is down, in 3, 2, 1. Collective down, right pedal, aft cyclic, raise. Good, we raise a little bit of collective. RPMs are coming up, so I'm going to push forward, raise collective. Good, now let's lock it in here. Airspeed looks good, so let's just get the RPMs a little bit lower. Actually, they're fine right there. Now I want you to hold it nice and locked in. Good, we're speeding up a little bit, so what I'm going to do, we're going to slow it down and I'm going to raise collective, otherwise the RPMs will spike. Very nice. This is a very controlled auto. Now once your speed goes down, we can lower the collective again. Very nice. Let's roll the throttle back on. Raise collective, left pedal, and keep climbing into the wind. Good. Very nice. All right.
Ground 260 on Bravo, going to that. Terminal ramp. All departures except close traffic contact.
Let's fly back towards the airport.
Contact you. Give us information in response to that.
Runway 10 Sierra Alpha.
Sorry about
All right, so they're still using Foxtrot.
Long Island Tower, Alaris 608 off the mic. Right downwind, runway 24.
Alaris 608 Alpha Mike, runway 24, cleared touch and go. There'll be one departure prior to you, travel air.
Roger, Alaris 608 off the mic.
Lights are out, gauges are green, fuel's good.
Travel 2085 Charlie, Long Island Tower.
Roger, 2085 Charlie, we are ready for takeoff.
Travel Air 85 Charlie.
Okay, while maintaining 70 knots, let's climb up to 1,500 feet. Pull the power you got, 23.5. Keep it at 70. And now just wait.
Say 2,300.
Say again?
What altitude did you say you wanted?
1,500. Good. While you're climbing to 1,500, slow it down to 60 knots, 60 knots. Good. Remember, look outside. Remember that sight picture there. It looks like 60 knots. There you go.
Travel Air 85 Charlie, contact New York departure. Have a good flight.
Air 85 Charlie, over to departure.
118.0 for Travel Air 85 Charlie.
Look at the right over there. This is, people say that this is what LA looks like, and it's true. Like it looks like a smog layer right there. You see that?
Yeah.
And it's true. That is what Los Angeles looks like, and it's not all pollution. It's a high pressure system that keeps the smog and the moisture down. So that's what LA looks like. Look, we can't even see the sound.
When's the next time you're going out there?
End of January, the 27th. I'll be out there for 1 week.
Nice.
All right, we got our 1,500. Now, maintaining 70 knots, let's descend down to 1,000. Long Island Tower, helicopter 8536 Yankee.
Helicopter 8536 Yankee, Long Island Tower. Long Island altimeter 29er 96, squawk 4367. Say present position and intentions.
Present position 436 Yankee, about 6 miles east of the field. Would like to come inbound for the sod. We have information Foxtrot, squawking 4367. Good job. Airspeed, good. Trim, perfect. Note this, 500 feet per minute and on the descent rate. Good. What I want to talk about is
36 Yankee, radar contact, say altitude.
36 Yankee, 1,100.
Look up to 8536 Yankee, sod, clear to land, maintain south of runway 24 at all times.
Clear to land on the sod, maintaining south of 24 at all times, 36 Yankee. Can you see the airport? Remember when we took off and turned southeast, we got to Sunrise Highway pretty quick. So there it is right there. It's like dead ahead of us, that big open brown spot.
I see, yeah.
All right, so get your sights fixed on that. Let's maintain 70 knots here. We can go a little faster if you want. And maintain 1,000 till we get closer and we can drop it down to 600 feet. So what I wanted to talk about on descent rates and when you're given an altitude, a good way to stay on top of that altitude.
Runway 24, request full stop.
A good way to stay on top of that altitude is as you're descending from 1,500 to 1,000, for example, you're descending at 500 feet per minute. A good reference to begin to level off is 10% of your descent rate. So if you're did we talk about that before?
I read about it the other day.
Good. So yeah, 10% of your descent rate. 500 feet, 10% is 50 feet. So if you wanted 1,000, as soon as it passes 1,100, you're getting close to 1050. Start to bring in your power, level it off. On the check ride, they're looking at plus or minus 100 feet. Now, don't stress about that. There's nothing really to stress about, but it's just a good habit to build, Even if you're just flying by yourself and you say, this is the altitude I want to fly at, you climb up to it or you descend down to it, and you begin to level off same 10% as before. So what do we need to do before we land?
Check all the gauges. We're going to put the trim down, RP full. Check the tower. We did the tower already. Check the clearance.
He cleared us to land. Nothing's in our way. So, all right, let's work on that. I'll back you up here. Let's slow it down to 65 knots and begin our descent here. And this is actually a good practice. Since we're a little high and we're getting close to the airport, why don't you go ahead, let go of the collective, see what happens. It'll sink, right? So don't forget the pedal, let it sink. Now with your left hand, go ahead and reach around the cyclic and put the trim down. Good. And while you're there, carb heat full up. Good. And back on the collective. Good. No problem. And that's an easy way to do it because you were high and you're gonna have to descend anyways. So let's say we were already at 600 feet. We can't afford to lose any more altitude. What could we do with our left hand to do that if you were here alone?
You're gonna slide your left hand back on the collective, friction on, and then just do what you did and then take the friction off.
Good. All right.
Polaris 8 Alpha Mike, turn right, Bravo, remain this frequency.
Good, back up to whatever, 65, 70, and we'll just fly straight towards the airport. And this will be our base leg. We're on runway 24 on the sod, so this will kind of be our base leg. We're already ready for landing, so all we got to do is begin our landing. I want to do a couple approaches. We'll do a nice normal approach, put the spot right here. Then we'll do a steep approach where the spot will actually be much lower down here, and a shallow approach as well. Normal approach is the easiest to do. Okay? Steep approach is the easiest one to get to if you mess up a normal approach. Most people, they don't lower the collective enough, or they're coming in too fast, and the spot will get lower and lower on their sight picture, and it'll just turn into a steep approach, in which case you have two options: continue the steep approach or go around and set up for another one. All right, so the whole thing about the approach is really the ending. So on a shallow approach where the spot's much higher, we can't be flying around at 300 feet above the trees. So what we can do, we can continue our normal pattern, start it with a very steep descent rate to get the spot higher. Once the spot's at its shallow approach angle, that's when you can lock everything in and continue on a shallow approach.
Long Island Tower, Coast Guard Oxley 0 Delta Alpha is with you on the approach.
Coast Guard Oxley 0 Delta Alpha.
Good job on your hands. I don't see any white knuckles. That's good.
Clear to land, 0 Delta, Oxley 0 Delta Alpha.
So that long runway there is 24. Right over there is the beginning of it. Why don't we shoot for the beginning, and then that'll be our base leg to turn, and we'll have a lot of space to set up for the approach.
Tower, Cherokee 2290 Tango is with you and 2,600 descending.
Cherokee 2290 Tango, Long Island Tower, enter a right downwind, runway 24, descend at your discretion.
Right downwind 24, descend at my discretion, 90 Tango.
Good, we're about halfway through the approach, but we're still a little fast. That was a good speed up until there, but let's start to slow it down. Good, hold it at this speed, almost all the way down. power. You could have even brought your power in a little bit earlier. That's pretty good. Don't forget that left pedal.
Every time. It gets me every time.
Well, don't let it get you. Come on. You're still on it. Left pedal. Give it some left pedal. I notice you lower the collective, then you put a little right pedal. Lower the collective and hold the left pedal. Give it some more left. Come on, you got it. And lower the collective. More left. There you go. Good. Back in control. Keep it facing this way. Taxi over to the black spot. Remember, the helicopter is going to go in the direction you give the cyclic. So if you point in that direction, do that first, and then let the helicopter follow. And then control it that way. Left pedal, dance on the pedals. Good. We'll go a little high, so we want to lower the collective a little bit. Good. I have controls.
Alpha men sequence number 2, following Cherokee midfield right downwind. We'll be turning his base inside of you. Runway 24, clear to land.
0 Delta Alpha, we'll be looking for the traffic, and we're clear to land.
All right, how you feeling?
Good. A little hot here.
Yep. Yeah, it's a little warm. All right. We got a nice 10, 12 knot. That's a normal day. Right off our nose. Not gusting at all. So give me increments of 90 degrees. Let's do 90 degrees to the left, and I want you to hold it there. And keep us over the black spot.
Long Island Tower, Skyhawk 5928 Echo is with you inbound for touch and goes. Cessna 5928 Echo, Long Island Tower, enter a left downwind, runway 24, touch and goes are approved.
Trying to give it left there.
Touch and goes approved, 28 Echo, thanks.
Good. All right, the good way to think about it, let's put it back into the wind. Good way to think about it is the wind is coming off our nose, correct? So we don't feel it, but we're actually giving it a little bit of forward cyclic. Because if the cyclic was actually centered, then we'd be going backwards because the wind is pushing us. So we're leaning into the wind. If we go left crosswind, turn our nose 90 degrees to the left, the helicopter turns into a big sail and it starts to push. So the big thing is the cyclic. That's one of the things. So you just keep giving it left pedal, and then you start easing that cyclic a little bit to the right, just as much as you need to keep you right over the same spot. Okay, hold that there for a few seconds. Good. All right, when you're ready, another 90 degrees to the left. So we'll hold it in the downwind. Good. So cyclic's going to start to switch towards us, a little bit of back cyclic.
We're going over to Shell there for fuel.
Roger.
Good. Remember, dance on those pedals. There's no setting it and forgetting it on a hover. It's going to be constant movement. The more you're ahead of it, the less you need to move.
To the 28 Echo, you could enter a left downwind.
So in your head, you want the helicopter to go a little bit to the left, right?
Yes.
Right. So small increments and then letting it go isn't going to do anything. Just lean it. Just imagine you're pushing like a house of cards, just the softest touch. And then let the helicopter give it a chance to respond. Dancing on the pedals because we're still looking outside and maintaining our heading. Once we're at that spot, we can just release the same amount of pressure we put on.
Intersection, contact ground without delay, traffic on the mile final.
All right, we'll expedite and turn left at next intersection, contact ground as I go to New York Jet.
Damn it.
Keep looking outside, dancing pedals. Good. And when you're ready, 90 degrees to the left. So cyclic is going to be starting to be pushed to the left a little bit. Just a little bit. Hold it in a hover first. Good. Now you want to go to the left, right? Let's do that house of cards trick. Nice and soft.
Central aircraft, Long Island information, Golf, altimeter 5.
Don't forget those pedals.
Cessna 28 Echo, runway 24, clear touch and go, number 1. Clear touch and go, 28 Echo. Postcode 0 Delta Alpha, turn left taxiway Bravo, contact ground.
Bravo ground, Oxana 0 Delta Alpha.
All over the place today.
Let's do this one together. So we're looking straight ahead. We're looking at the big blue hangar, or the big tan hangar. We're holding it in a hover first. This is our job first. Good. Now we're going to just push a little to the left, dancing on the pedals. Because the helicopter wants to spin around. It wants to, but we're not going to let it. It's a dog on a leash. Good. Once we're over our spot, then we can just bring it back into a hover. Stay ahead of those pedals. Good. So I notice you're putting it on and letting it off. So that's fine. Just let it off a little bit less. We'll give it more left pedal, then we'll let it go, and then we'll just hold it kind of right there. There you go.
Okay, we'll clear touch and go.
Clear touch and go, Cessna 28 Echo.
Good. When you're ready, left pedal turn, back into the wind.
Just confirm 28 Echo, we are turning inside the Alaris.
Ah, it's so much easier into the wind, right?
Up on the
Good. Let's fly backwards a little bit. We'll just back it up here. Look over my shoulder, make sure no one else is in here.
That's a 2A Echo, negative. Start your base turn now. You're number 1.
You see these big holes in the ground?
Yep.
A Black Hawk did that. He was rolling in here in the mud. All right. Looking outside. Have we done set downs yet?
Briefly, just once.
Good. Let's briefly do it again, just to kind of work on our hover work into the wind here, because eventually you're going to be doing set downs crosswind. All right. So we're looking outside. And all we're doing is just thinking about lowering the collective. We're not actually doing it. We're just releasing a little bit of pressure. And if you're going to go anywhere on the ground, it's better to go forward. Just looking outside. As the collective goes down, maybe we have to put in a little tad of right pedal. Good. And we just keep looking outside until we eventually touch down. Once we touch, hold it nice and firm and lower the collective and even out the pedals. Good. All right. Now this is exactly where the helicopter is going to go straight up. So if we hold it right here, start to raise collective, looking outside. As collective comes up, we can already put in a little bit of left pedal. Good. And bring it up nice and slow. Feel where it wants to go. Feels like it wants to go to the right, so we got to push left. There we go. Good.
Tower, helicopter 86 Echo Hotel, on side, request left close traffic.
Helicopter 86 Echo Hotel, side clear for takeoff, left close traffic approved.
6 Echo.
Good, when you're ready, let's do another set down. Nice and slow.
Cessna 28 Echo, helicopter lifting from south of your runway, no factor.
Tower 3544 Golf, that quorum inbound.
That's a 3544 Golf, Long Island Tower number 2, flying Alaris, 1 mile final, runway 24. Clear, touch and go.
So we can't have any of that left and right movement, all right? So one way to think about like a cheat to kind of do a set down is to just lower collective until you think you're going to touch and then lean forward and then just kind of let it slide into its spot. Now, that's kind of cheating. That's a good way to get used to it. But when we're looking outside, we really want to minimize that left and right. Just looking outside, I just think about lowering the collective. I'm still hovering. There we go. And I'm ready to like go up if I need to. All right, good. Let's do one more.
Cessna 28 Echo, keep on your transponder in a pattern.
Okay, squawking altitude 28 Echo.
All right, we can't have that right or left. It will roll, and I don't want to do that. I can't demonstrate that to you. Long Island Tower, helicopter 8536 Yankee in the sod for a left close traffic.
Look up the 8536 Yankee, Long Island Tower. Hold position.
Holding position, 36 Yankee.
I can't hear anything.
Look up the 6 Echo Hotel, sod, cleared land.
Clear to land, 6 Echo Hotel.
Is that a little bit better?
You're better. The tower's not.
Wind check.
Red Niner. Look up the 36 Yankee, sod, clear for takeoff, left close traffic.
36 Yankee, left close traffic, clear for takeoff. Good, look ahead, dance on the pedals, power's just fine, just keep getting your airspeed, good.
Number 2, following Alaris traffic inside of 2 miles, runway 24, clear, touch and go.
Clear, touch and go out after the Alaris, 28 Echo.
Good, your last approach was really nice, and it was also really easy, because we turned final from very far away. What we're going to do a standard pattern where the spot is going to be a lot closer, your approach is going to be a lot shorter, so you got to do things faster and ahead of time. All right? Best thing to do if you need to, talk it out in your head. Okay, the spot's getting lower, I'm going to lower the collective. Spot's going too high, I'm going to raise collective, stop my descent. Good work on this turn here. This happened twice today. When we turn base or crosswind, we slowed down. Compass went way above the horizon. You want to try and keep it nice and consistent, even though it does help us climb, which is good. You want to make sure to keep your turns nice and consistent.
Look up 36 Yankee, sod, clear to land.
36 Yankee, sod, clear to land.
Look up 36 Yankee, use caution for company landing in the sod as well.
36 Yankee, roger.
Number 2.
Go ahead, start your left and don't climb anymore.
Inside of a 2 mile right base to final.
All right, 354. 3 for full south after the Cessna.
We're downwind, bring it back down to 600 feet while you're downwind. Keep going this way.
28 Echo confirming cleared, touch and go. 28 Echo clear, touch and go.
Right pedal is your lower collective. Right pedal, there you go. Okay, carpet is on and trim is down. Good, keep your speed up. Keep your speed up, we can't enter an approach so slow. What if we lose our engine right here, you know?
I was just worried about getting it down to 600. I became honestly fixated on that.
All right, that's good. I mean, you don't want to fixate, right? Let's turn our left. Good. So we extended our downwind a good amount. We're a little bit closer. You see our spot?
I see a spot, I see an airplane just in front of us too.
Right, he's took off. So turn final.
Oh, the one on the ground. Can we overfly him?
Tower frequency 119.3.
Yeah, don't worry about them. They're lined up there on a runway. There's nothing we can do about that.
Long Island Tower 87 Hotel Foxtrot is ready to take off.
Cessna 87 Hotel Foxtrot.
Avoid him to the left then.
Traffic landing.
Holding short for landing traffic, 87 Hotel Fox.
A little bit more.
Long Island Tower, helicopter 86 Echo Hotel on side.
Good. Keep looking at the spot. Slow it down. We're getting close.
Helicopter 86 Echo Hotel, standby.
Very nice. Land on the black spot.
Helicopter 86 Echo Hotel, side clear for takeoff. Skyhawk on the upwind, making right close traffic.
86 Echo Hotel, clear for traffic.
Okay, so we came in a little short, not a big deal, don't worry about it. Good. So when I did that maneuver, collective down half cyclic, that's to initiate your deceleration, to slow down, because we're coming in a little fast. All right. After that, once you've slowed it down, put the cyclic back in the middle, or back kind of neutral. It'll maintain. You know, we were at about 40, 45 knots, and you could hold that down. Then you can just ride that out till we're about, I want to say, if we look at our altitude, till we're about like right here, and then here you could flare, right, and lose all your speed, and then bring it down with the flare into a nice hover. All right, we'll try one more, and we'll talk about that bottom portion again.
Touch and go behind the Skyhawk traffic 266 Alpha Mike.
We'll wait till Echo Hotel is on downwind. Let's go to the right over here. This time let's do a right pedal turn, 90 degrees to the right. Try to keep me over the same spot. So think ahead of the helicopter, slow it down, slow it down. Let's do that again.
Ready for takeoff.
Number 7340 X-ray long on tire number 2, hold short way 24.
Hold short.
Good, nice and slow. So we're not letting go of the left pedal, we're just easing off of it.
To accommodate departure.
Extend the downwind 1 mile to...
Good, hold it right here, you got it. You got it, get it back 90 degrees. Hold it right here.
Side clear to land.
86 Echo Hotel, side clear to land.
36 Yankee at the side for left close traffic.
Helicopter 36 Yankee side clear for takeoff, left close traffic.
36 Yankee clear for takeoff. All right, take me off.
Cessna 44 Golf, turn right. Bravo, contact ground.
44 Golf, left on Bravo, over to...
Which way you want to go?
Right.
Some point the cyclic at it. Helicopter will follow. Good. We go right here. If we're in the left or right crosswind, we point to the direction we want to go, start pushing forward. The helicopter will follow.
7 Hotel Fox, clear for takeoff, intersection. Echo down.
Cessna 28 Echo, number 2 to follow. Laris turning a right base to 2 mile final. Report him in sight.
Alright, we're looking straight Echo. Long Island Tower, Laris 68 Alpha Mike, ready to take off.
6 Alpha Mike, are you on the final?
6 Alpha Mike, we're in the downwind, waiting for...
Laris 6 Alpha Mike, turn your...
All right. So we're at 60 knots. So I want to be at 60 knots through the turn as well. So turn it. And don't pull back on the cyclic. Good. Very nice. Level off. Good. That was a nice turn.
1 left, 360.
I felt a little bit of pressure back on the cyclic, and that's common, but we got to work on that.
That's 87 Hotel Foxtrot, contact departure.
Over to departure, 87 Hotel Fox, thanks.
Laris 6 Alpha Mike, keep it the best forward speed to the field.
Okay, start your left.
6 Alpha Mike.
Say again.
I'm just gonna say that.
And let her know 36 Yankee downwind.
I got 36 Yankee sod, clear to land.
36 Yankee, clear to land.
Okay, this time we're not going to pass 33 right. Our approach is going to be much shorter. So let's slow it down here.
4 intersection, clear for takeoff traffic on a 2 mile final.
Clear for takeoff, 40 X-ray.
Okay, let's not slow down too much. 50 knots is just fine. We're going to stay here south of 33 right. Good. Hold it right around here.
Are you able to accept runway 28, holding short runway 24, wind 2.
Level the aircraft. Good. All right. We can see our spot, right?
Yes.
We're at a nice controlled speed. We can start our descent now. Start your descent. Lower collective, right pedal. Good. Start to turn your final. Now manage it. Manage it. If you're descending too much, raise collective. Keep your speed, but raise collective. Good. All right.
Out of that 360, look for Gulfstream.
Good. Start to slow it down. Bring it down.
2,000 feet.
Good. This is looking a lot better. Remember, the helicopter is going to go in the direction of your cyclic. So I feel like we're drifting to the right a little bit. So let's give it a little bit of left cyclic. There you go. Good. Spot still. It's a little bit lower, but it's fine. Good. Slowing it down, bringing it down. Now hold the speed. Hold the speed all the way, because if we keep coming down, we're going to land short. So start bringing in your power. Good. Now we're going, I don't know how fast we're going. I can see outside. Let's slow it down here and bring it down. Good. Start bringing in your power.
We're heading contact departure.
That one was a little bit better.
Long Island Tower, helicopter 6 Echo Hotel, on SOD, request left close traffic.
Helicopter 6 Echo Hotel, hold position, traffic landing runway 28.
86 Echo Hotel, holding position.
Gulfstream 6 Quebec Sierra, got 1 Alaris.
Okay, let's get away from the mud here. Let's go to a sunnier part of the sod here. I know it's all sunny, but it's muddy over there. All right. Let's do this. I have controls. I'm just easing off the left pedal and controlling my rate of turn by pushing down on the left pedal. Good. All right, you have controls?
608 Alpha Mike 1 Tower, hold short runway 24, traffic landing.
When you're ready, give me a 90 degrees turn to the right, nice and slow. Control it with the left pedal. You're doing just fine. The important thing here, your pedals work is actually much better. The important thing is better corrections on the cyclic. All right, we can't be letting the helicopter go nose down or nose up. Level as possible, it'll just keep you right where you are. Nice and slow back into the wind.
6 Quebec Sierra, turn left to right next intersection, contact ground.
Could be left for shelter.
Lara 6 Alpha Mike, hold short runway 24, remain this frequency.
Hold short 24, remain on frequency, Alpha Mike.
Good. Into the wind. Let's do a nice set down. Remember, cyclic level. So wherever it's not going left and right, just leave it there. By looking as far away forward as possible, you can kind of see the ground come up in your peripheral vision. So you can kind of figure out when you're going to touch down.
Over to ground, 266 Alpha Mike, good day.
I'm gonna get it.
That was really good. Keep that up. Good. When you get that close, you can give it a little nudge forward. And just begin to touch it down. Good, not bad.
Helicopter 86 Echo Hotel, side clear for takeoff, left close traffic.
Okay, when you're ready, pick it back.
1 second. Pick it up.
Nice and slow. Good. Ahead of the helicopter on the left pedal, very good. Now when you get to about 20 inches, get your eyes outside and feel the helicopter. Where does it want to go? Does it want to yaw? Okay, so hold on, stop right there. So it's yawing to the left, so we got too much left pedal. So let's leave the collective, ease off the left pedal a little bit, and now keep raising it nice and slow. Where does it want to go? It wants to go forward, so pull back. Wants to go right, so pull left. Good. Very nice. Let's do another set down. Keep your eyes forward. Good. Very nice. That was good. Good, hold it right here and pick it right back up. Nice and smooth. A little bit of left pedal.
6 Echo Hotel, start, clear to land.
Clear to land, 6 Echo Hotel.
36 Yankee at the sod for left close traffic.
Look up 36 Yankee side, clear for takeoff, left close traffic.
36 Yankee. That was a beautiful roll up there. Dancing on the pedals, good. Let's not get any closer to 2-4.
Another 2 Hotel Foxtrot, Long Island Terra into the left, downwind, runway 24. Do you have the traffic? Just off your right wing inside 2,000 feet.
Affirmative, 9 Hotel Foxtrot, and left down for 2 Hotel Foxtrot.
Gonna start my left turn.
Long Island Tower, Larry 608 on the mic, ready for takeoff.
608 Alpha Mike, 4 and 2 clear for takeoff, make right close traffic.
Clear for takeoff, right traffic, Larry 608.
Good job on the turn.
Another 2 Hotel Foxtrot, just as you enter the downwind, look for a route.
It's hopeless it won't stay.
11 o'clock and about 3 miles, midfield left downwind, pattern altitude.
Compass is a little high, speed went low, altitude went up.
South of field, Skyhawk 1,300. Helicopter 36 Yankee.
36 Yankee, we are downwind.
Helicopter 36 Yankee, sod, cleared to land.
36 Yankee, sod clear to land.
Want me to stay to the left, 3 right?
Polaris 8 Alpha Mike, follow the Skyhawk in the upwind.
Yeah. Slow it down.
Helicopter 36 Yankee, Skyhawk has you in sight.
36 Yankee, roger. Let's hold it at about 500 here. We'll do a steep approach. We're going to let the spot get a little bit lower and we're going to keep it there. So our descent rate's going to be higher, our speed's going to be slower. Okay? Good, you can see the spot's a little bit lower now, so now we're going to start to lower collective and just slow it down just a nudge. There we go. You can still see the spot, right?
Yep.
Runway 24, cleared to land.
24 clear to land, 9 Hotel Foxtrot.
Cessna 28 Echo, number 2 following Cessna mid.
Good, you can see our descent rates a little higher than 500.
28 Echo, cleared, touch and go.
Good. Now the spot's coming in almost below us, so what we can do, we're still descending, so let's start to raise our power. Nice, good. We're not going to just level off, we're going to keep coming down, but we're going to come down in a much more controlled rate. Level the nose, so nose down. Good. And we came into a hover right over the spot, very good. Okay, now, maintaining nose into the wind, I want to taxi that way, but sideways. So this is called a side step. So double check to your right, everything's clear.
Alpha Mike, do you have the Skyhawk?
And you can go ahead when you're ready. Dance on the pedals to keep the nose into the wind.
Long Island Tower, helicopter 86 Echo Hotel,
Good, when you're ready, take me back to the black spot.
with a high final.
Helicopter 86 Echo Hotel, side clear for takeoff, high final approved.
86 Echo Hotel, clear.
Remember, we want to get the nose into the wind. Then once we got the hover, point the cyclic in the direction you want the helicopter to go. So we want to go left. So we just dance on the pedals as we just lean it to the left. Good.
Polaris 8 Alpha Mike.
Traffic in sight, Larry 608 on the mic.
Good. Let's do another one to the right.
2 mile final.
Roger, Larry, secured off mic.
Cessna 28 Echo, you have your traffic in sight? 28 Echo has traffic.
Very good. Very good. Dancing on the pedals ahead of the helicopter. And to the left.
I get that bumper first.
Long Island Tower, Larry, secured off the mic. Am I clear to touch and go 24?
Why?
Affirmative. You're number 3 to follow back second.
Alright.
Runway 24, clear, touch and go.
Roger, Larry, secured off the mic, number 3.
Backwards and sideways.
86 Echo, Hotel, start, clear to land.
86 Echo Hotel, clear to land.
Okay, let's do another approach. We'll do another steep approach. 36 Yankee on the sod for left close traffic.
36 Yankee.
36 Yankee on the sod for left close traffic.
Helicopter 36 Yankee, start, clip, takeoff, left close traffic.
Clear for takeoff, 36 Yankee.
Skyhawk 902 Hotel Foxtrot, turn right, taxiway, Bravo, contact ground.
Bravo to ground.
Long Island Tower, Cessna 294, Mike Echo with you.
This time on the approach, we can go to 800 feet.
And 294 Mike Echo, Long Island Tower, number 2. Section number 3.
Again, we don't want to get close to this runway. It's good to stay away from it as much as possible. That's a better turn. Good.
So 4 Mike Echo, you want a low approach, stay in the pattern with me?
Should have taken the doors off today.
After that, 294 Mike Echo.
So 4 Mike Echo, Roger, have you?
I bet you Eric's going to take his door off for his next flight.
Clear for the option, after the option, runway heading, 294 Mike Echo.
Larry, 8 Alpha Mike, helicopter traffic, Robinson, just off your front right, high. Larry, 8 Alpha Mike, just off your left front, high, landing south of your runway, no factor.
And 36 Yankees downwind.
Pick up 36 Yankee, side, clear to land.
36 Yankee, clear to land. So Eric's right there. He's entering an auto right now. Good. 800 feet. Let's slow it down. Maintain 800. Good. Slow it down even more and begin your descent. Keep checking your spot. Good. Turn final and slow it down, because if we maintain 50, we're just going to go way past that spot. Good. This is good. We're close to 1,000 foot descent rate. 45 knots is a good speed. Hold it here for a while. Do whatever you have to do to get down to that spot. Good. At this point, we're getting really slow, so keep it moving forward. Very nice.
Mike, turn right, runway 33.
Good. Keep bringing it down.
24.
Roger, 180 on 33 left.
Short.
Yeah, we came a little short. Not a big deal, though. It wasn't a big deal. What happened there was you started to raise a little power and you slowed down. That kind of stopped our descent rate. Now, there's two things. You have the controls? Okay, so there's two things. Number one, on a steep approach, you don't want to go slower than 30 knots indicated with more than 300 foot descent rate. it doesn't mean it's going to happen, but it's a recipe for settling with power. It could happen. We have good wind today, and we are into the wind. There's a windsock right there confirming that. So, and you know, we're relatively light, and we're starting to burn off some fuel, so it's not necessarily going to happen. Keep it into the wind. You got it. Good. But that's number one. You don't want to be too high and too slow with a high descent rate. And that's just going to come with time, where you're going to feel the finesse of just letting it come down. So when you enter the approach at like 45 knots, just keep it there. And then when you get much closer to the spot, keep bringing it down, but also keep your speed up. And then sort of near the end, that's where when you bring in your power, that's going to slow you down a lot. And then most important is when you come over the spot to be nice and level. You want your lift to go straight up and your thrust to go straight down.
This is 28 Echo, your traffic is up your right front.
Let's see if we can't do another approach here.
2, follow him, runway 24, clear, touch and go.
Touch and go, number 2, ready to go.
They're setting up for another takeoff. Eric likes to do clearing turns.
Up your right front has you on site, number 2 to follow you.
Trying to set down.
Okay, go.
Okay, go ahead. Looking outside. Nothing to look at on the inside.
Hotel on side. Request left close traffic with high altitude.
Helicopter 86 Echo, Hotel side, clear for takeoff, high final approved.
6 Echo Hotel. Clear to take off. High altitude.
Very nice. Keep bringing it down. Pedals neutral. Very good. All right.
Take controls for a second.
I have controls. A little pressure there.
Oh my god, forget it.
Okay, when you're ready, looking outside, nice slow pickup. Good. We can't let the helicopter be dragged around, so as soon as you feel it, just do the opposite on the cyclic.
There's a 4 Mike Echo, continue on runway heading.
Continue runway heading, 294 Mike Echo.
Did I show you a quick stop?
We didn't practice it, but you showed me.
Okay, it's a rapid deceleration. Basically, we'll do another one on the next time around. In fact, I think we'll do another approach, work on it, do a few quick stops, and then we'll pull it in.
86 Echo, clear the line.
Polaris 8 Alpha Mike number 2 is following Cessna traffic 1 mile.
We won't do autos in here today. It's too much with the other helicopter. .36 Yankee at the sod for left close traffic.
I got 36 Yankee side, clear for takeoff, left close traffic.
36 Yankee, clear for takeoff.
Cessna 4 Mike Echo, right turn fly heading 360, continue to climb 2000.
360, climb to 2000, 294 Mike Echo.
Cessna 4 Mike Echo, contact departure 118.0.
Contact departure 1180.
So we'll go up to 700 or 800, and we'll stay south of 33 to keep it in nice and small and make you do a little more work. And do a steep approach right to the spot, and we'll talk about it on the way down. When you pull off cyclic to slow down, you're pulling it to a point where it's going to go really slow. So you just want to pull it, and as soon as it starts to slow, put it back in the middle, and that'll maintain your speed. Yeah, you can go up to 700 or 800. Go ahead and turn downwind and say 36 Yankee, downwind.
36 Yankee, downwind.
Pick up 36 Yankee, side, cleared to land number 2.
2 Echo, go around.
2 Echo, roger.
And 36 Yankee, we're clear to land number 2 on the side. Alright, no higher, so let's slow it down, lower collective. Some areas, mountain areas, with hills and maybe structures or things like that, there's going to be only one way to make it to the spot, and that's with a steep approach. Okay, so let's kind of level it off right here. We'll start to slow it down. So instead of lowering collective, we can just slow down our speed. That'll level off our VSI. Good. No slower than this. Let's turn final and let's talk about this.
Eiffel Tower citation 345.
Okay, there's our spot. It's coming. It's nice and low. So let's start our. Let's let it go a little bit lower, actually.
Number 1, runway 24, cleared land.
All right, this is low enough. Let's start our descent. We're going to maintain our speed, no slower than this, and we're just going to make our way down. Try to keep the spot right where it is. If you feel like you're descending too fast, you can raise collective. If you feel like you're not descending fast enough, you can lower collective. We're at a good 800 foot per minute descent rate. Good. All right, now here, as you get closer to the spot, here's where you want to start to raise in your power. That'll slow you down.
Remain this frequency.
Roger, Larry, zero, Mike.
Keep the cyclic forward. Just by raising power, that'll slow you down.
Clear, touch and go.
Tower 2 Echo, right downwind, full stop, please.
Good. Not bad.
2 Echo, roger.
Looks like they're going to do quick stops too. Okay, let's do a right pedal here. We'll go to the beginning of the side here. All right, so a quick stop is just like the bottom of an approach, and but it's a little bit more work. And what I mean by that is, don't confuse it for its name, quick stop. It's more like a rapid deceleration. What I like to teach is slow is fast. So do it slowly and you'll do it quickly. Okay? Good. So what we're doing here, we're gonna start a takeoff as if we're on takeoff. We're just gonna get, about 40 or 45 knots of airspeed, and we're gonna build maybe like 30 or 40 feet of altitude. All right? And then I'm gonna say 36 Yankee stop. When I do that, if you pull back on the cyclic, what do you think is going to happen?
It's going to want to go up.
Right, it's going to want to balloon up. So we're going to lead with the collective. If we lower collective, we push right pedal, and then we start to slow down. Just like slowing down our airspeed at altitude, it's the same idea, except hold it in a hover here. You have controls. Except once we get it into that nose up flare attitude, now we just hold it there and let it start to come down as it's losing speed. Then you can level off as soon as you're in a hover. Okay, it doesn't have to be 0 speed. We just have to stop the helicopter. So we'll do this first one together. Let's go on the go. The other helicopter is on its way.
Number 2, we have the citation in sight, 2 Echo.
Okay, we'll get a little bit of altitude. This is a nice normal takeoff profile, right? And then the tower says 36 Yankee stop. Lead with the collective, right pedal, get the nose up. Now here we just wait. We're going to let the helicopter come down, start pulling in power. See that? Control our descent rate. Okay, any questions on that one?
Got it.
Lead with the collective, follow with the right pedal, then flare. Now that you're in this flare attitude, you are just going to hold it until you can, and you're controlling yourself the whole way through, the whole way down. Good. This is called an air taxi, where you're taxiing a little bit fast, and the nose position is very important, because if we did lose the engine here, we have to be forward so that we can slide. Good. Keep taxiing forward. And this is not a quick stop on the downwind. We're going to slow down very, very slowly. Okay, start to slow it down.
Left, right next intersection, contact ground.
Left next intersection, ground up.
Good. Once we've stopped, we can start to turn to the left here, nice and slow, in control. That was a really good turn. Very good. All right, give me a nice normal takeoff here, and we're going to do a quick stop.